Hey, you guys ready to do an art show? Well, I just think that would be a wonderful little idea.
Welcome everybody, it is time for OG San's Art Show. I'm OG Bot, I'll be your host. OG San is on his way. We will get things started shortly. We truly appreciate you guys being here, hanging out in OG San's world. Yeah! If you would like to show your support for this channel, these type of shows, please give a like, comment, share it out. You might even think about subscribing.
Hey, Overbot, you got them pumped up yet? Let's get this show going.
Well, alright, OG-san. Let's get this show started. Welcome everybody one more time to OG-san's world.
Well, good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing? Hope you're all having a good morning, afternoon, evening, night, wherever you're at in the world. I've got kind of an international audience today, so we will get the old Autodesk sketchbook fired up. I've been playing with overlays a lot lately, as you can tell. I made this overlay for myself last night into this morning. And all my live streaming buddies out there, if you're interested in me making you an overlay, it's no charge. I'm just playing with these things, trying to get a little bit better at making them. So just let me know if you're interested. You hit me up on one of my social medias there. It may not be, you may not want as much on your screen as I got, but you know me, I gotta go a little bit far with everything. I hand painted all that stuff in, so hopefully it looks pretty good. Hopefully you guys dig it. The music I'm playing today, you'll see down in the description, is from Kevin McLeod. He's one of the YouTube artists that you can get his music off of the audio library inside of YouTube Studio. So we're going to play his music today, and because I really dig it. It's good stuff. So, well, thank you guys. So we'll get some music going. I've got kind of a painting in mind, believe it or not. And it's going to kind of be inspired by what I did on the top of my overlay up there. And we will get started. I use an XP Pen Artist 22 tablet. And if you're not quite ready for one of those, any old tablet will do. And I hope I can help you or inspire you, give you some of my tips that I use for making these things. And all I'm trying to do is translate traditional artwork into digital. So it's took me a couple of years to kind of get some of these tips and tricks down together. So hopefully I can give you guys all a little head start on this. If everything's looking good and sounding good, 7 folks in the house, that is awesome. We will get going. All right. Before I start, I got to get one more big drink of Mountain Dew here. And you could probably hear me better if I wasn't such an amateur and pull my microphone over here closer. Hopefully that sounds a little better. All right, let's get started. Now, like always, we're gonna start throwing some color in the sky up here, and this is just a big old artist brush, and I love the way this thing kind of builds my colors and my clouds. And I surely appreciate you guys hanging out with me. It does mean the world to me. All of us here on YouTube, we got to kind of stick together, help each other out best we can. And if there's any way I can help you guys out, tips, tricks, whatever, you let me know. If there's anything I'm doing that you're interested in doing, all you got to do is ask. I'll help you any way I can. And we're all in this together. All right, so we're going to drag this down to kind of a misty nothing back here. And I do want to soften these clouds out just a little bit. This one's going to be a little bit different. Hopefully it's pretty interesting to you guys the way I'm going to do this. It's been a minute since I've done one this way. So hopefully you guys will dig it. All I'm doing with this smoothing is trying to, the little kind of pixely circles like right here, I'm just smoothing those out so they don't look like a brush stroke per se. Just want them to look like nice gentle little clouds there in the background. And we're going to add a new layer. And let me find my brushes. And I know I was kind of joking about it when I started about the jitters, but I do still get the jitters every time I come on here, and it's just a natural thing. You're thinking, man, I hope I don't mess up. I hope everybody likes it. It's just part of being an artist. But I know I'm amongst friends, so I'm going to tell you, live streaming art is harder than some people think it is, because you're putting yourself out there. Like I said, you guys are the best for hanging out with me. And I hope you're digging what I'm throwing out there. Yes, that is true, Lisa. You are 100% correct. No matter how many compliments and everything I get, I still never feel like I'm worthy to be up here doing this. So. But you guys make it all better for me. Okay. So what I want to do is kind of a weird fantasy island type scene here. So we will work on this a little bit to get this island right. And here I have screwed up and not put that on another layer. All right, here we go. Hopefully you didn't like that island too much, because we're just going to make a new one. It's always random. Sometimes I always wonder, like, what would this painting have looked like had I started it at a different time or something like that. Different day. Hey, JJ, how are you doing, sir? Oh, thank you for the raid. I appreciate it. You guys are awesome. Like I was saying, all of our little live streaming buddies out there, if there's anything I can help you with, you just let me know. Whether it's overlays, whether it's backgrounds, music, uploading little videos, whatever it is you need. We all just got to keep pushing, right? Just keep pushing. I hope we all feel like we're in this together, because we are. You guys don't have to Excuse me for just a second. My old dog T-Bone is in there having a fit. I'm going to have to put him outside. I apologize. I'll be right back. All right, sorry about that. And thank you guys all that's coming in here. Deborah, John, Rain Dancer, E-Way Smite, good morning, sir. We got, am I missing anybody? I think that's everybody. Mud Mowers, how are you doing? LG Bass, I'm sure it's Bass, LG Bass, how are you doing? All right. Appreciate you guys for coming in here. We're going to do, like I was saying, a little island scene here. Hope y'all dig this. It'll be a little different than what I usually do. We just got to touch up a few little things here. We're going to put some water in. You guys are all awesome for hanging out. I appreciate it more than you will ever know. Hey, there she is. Everybody, it's
Ooh la la, it's Marcedale.
that is the love of my life. That is OG San's world right there, Marcedale. Hope you're having a good day at work, baby. Straighten these lines up just a little bit. Starting to look a little better now. All you Raiders, I truly do appreciate you guys popping in here. JJ, it's pretty awesome, man. I appreciate it. Hope I can entertain everybody for about an hour. Sometimes it goes a little longer, sometimes it's a little shorter. Just depends on what we're doing. This one today, I don't know how long this will take. I guess it'll just take as long as it takes. We just need a little color on that island. And we are going to drag this out a little bit. I can make my puck hold still for a second. And then we'll get some rocky textures out there on this rock out in the middle of the ocean or whatever this is. And we'll start making it look pretty. All right. Well, I appreciate you coming in, Rain Dancer. I hope you have a wonderful day. We're going to use this one here. And we're going to do this on a new layer. I don't want this to be super pronounced. We want this to be a little bit dark. All y'all that came and hung out with me last night for my surprise show, I do really appreciate that as well. You guys are awesome. You know, and you got folks from all over the world popping in. It's an amazing thing. So I switched from orange back to black so that, you know, I can cut through the darkness with a little bit of light, and I can highlight the light with a little bit of darkness. So we can make that look right. All right. New layer. I'm already 7 layers into this thing. Just going to get some basic shapes out here. And we're going to go up here and grab this super thick opaque brush. Shrink it down a little bit more. Get these in. Especially right there on the edge. Now, like I said, it's going to kind of be inspired by my little shipwreck scene up there. So we are going to kind of try to make it look like maybe there's an old ship that is sunk out here in the water in front of this island. this dry brush. And we're just going to kind of drag out right here toward the bottom of this. To varying sizes and degrees of flow. Just to kind of give this the look that we want. So I'm going to drag some down like this. And then we're going to drag across it sideways. And what am I on here? 30. Turn that way down. Way down, way down. Kind of give this that little look that we're after here. All right. Now, right where the water meets the boat, we got to put in just a little bit of color, a little bit of reflection. I want this to be real small. We can break that up just a little bit. Just breaking it up, that's all we're doing. All right. New layer. We're already 10 layers into this thing, folks. This should look pretty good when we hit this with a little bit of magic time. So our happy little trees this time, and I got to turn this line tool off. It's going to be a couple little palm trees hanging out on the back side of this beach. Gotta find out the angle I want. There we go. Since it's getting so cold for everybody and fall is kicking in, I thought we'd do a little bit of a tropical scene here. And of course, we'll make it a little bit fantastical. So I'm just kind of dragging some of this out so it doesn't look quite as sharp and cartoony back there. And then maybe on the other side of this island, maybe somebody used to live over here. Maybe some castaway built a little shed. Some kind of little hut back here. I think it's been long abandoned, so we don't have to get all crazy detailed with it. Because Lisa, you can go back and say, if I had this all on one layer and there was something about this boat that I didn't like, right? If this was all one layer, If I went back and tried to erase this boat, we'll demonstrate. So I can undo all this, right? So this would recreate if it was all one layer. And say there was something with this ship in the water I didn't like. If I went back and tried to erase it, well, look, it erases everything, right? If I go back to where I have all these multiple layers, say there's something in that ship I didn't like, when I go back, I gotta move this over just a hair, it's right in my way. If I go back and start erasing this boat, well, now it's just a boat, see? So that's why at a certain point, I do merge all my layers to try to create some effects that I'm after. But that's why the layers are important. And that's why that's part of the magic of digital art is having these layers so that you can go back and fix things without it messing up the rest of your painting. And again, for the folks that are wanting to get into digital art, if there's any tips and tricks I can teach you, I'm more than happy to. So now this guy also built a little fishing dock right out here on his little island that he had. All those years he spent out there by himself or her, but anybody ever knowing they were there. He would come out here and sit on his dock and watch the sun go up or go down and come up. And just have some nice peaceful days out there. He probably needed a little bit more beach real estate out here. So we're going to give him a little bit of beach to hang out on. And I don't want this to be very strong at all. So I'm going to change that flow to probably 2 or 3%. Turn this line tool back off. And maybe it needs to be a little stronger. There we go. And we're just going to get some color in there for that beach. Make it a little bit bigger. And a nice little beach area. Then we're going to go smooth this out. Hey, Todd. How's it going? Oh, yeah. I'll be heading to Honeysuckle Road here this afternoon. I'm going to smooth this beach out a little bit. Don't want it to look, again, I don't want it to look too cartoony. Now, and there's nothing wrong with that. If that's the style you're after, that's all good. It's all good stuff. And then we are going to bring that little dark rocky texture that we were using for the rest of the island. We're going to bring it down there close to the beach to break that up. All right. Have a good day, baby. I'll see you in a little while. Love you. And then we'll break this up a little bit down here. Again, so that it's not quite as cartoony looking. And the more of this I can make look better before magic time, the better the magic time is. All right, so we're getting there. It's starting to look pretty good. Now, it is time for that leap of faith, because I want to do a big thing with all of this all at once. And this is how you do it. I do have to merge all these layers. So now whatever I do, it's going to affect this entire painting. It's going to affect every color, every layer, because there's only one layer now. And what we're going to do is this. I'm going to turn on my little circle tool that you guys see me use for my spaceships all the time. And we're going to come right out here to the edge of this. Now we'll lose some of this, but that's okay. Going to go just a little bigger. And then I'm going to turn my eraser on. And I got to kind of pick a size I want here. And we are going to carve this little scene out. I'm going to turn this circle off. Now I'm going to clean up these edges. So now we've got this nice little kind of circle, right? And I want to kind of bleed this out of the circle. So we will start a new layer again. Starting all over with the layers. Hey, Saucy Shane, how you doing, my brother? I'll tell you what, the bomb looked hot. That looked hot, man. I was a little bit worried for you there for a second. That stuff looked hot. All right, so I'm going to go back to this brush here, this artist brush, and I'm going to color sample right out here in my water. And then I got to turn, make sure everything's good. All right, then we're going to just start bringing this color down out of our circle. We're going to bleed it right out of the bottom of this thing. And now I'm going to sample some of these other colors that are out in the water. And then I'm going to grab this big old dry brush here. I'm going to turn my line tool on so I can make sure my lines stay straight. And I'm going to start dragging this straight down. I want it to kind of look like it's just pouring right out of the bottom of this thing. And I've done one of these, well, I've done a few of these before, but it's been a while. It's been a while since I've kind of done one of these melting island type scenes. And I got to get up here. I've got to drag this background right into this. And then down here at the bottom, we want this to kind of look. We want to clean this up just a hair. Just a hair. Got that too big, I believe. Too big to control. Oh, and I've got the line tool on. That's my problem. Oh man, it looked miserable. I ain't gonna lie to you. That looked incredibly hot. All right. So we're gonna blend these colors in just a hair here. And I'm going to cheat a little bit here, folks. Just a little bit. I'm going to grab a cloud brush. And this is one of my favorite ones here. And we are going to sample about right there in the sky. Now I'm going to bring in some little misty effects here on the sides. And the reason we're doing that with that cloud brush is just for the sake of time. And I believe this is the Mist 2. Yep, the Mist 2 brush. It's one of my favorite brushes. Start a new layer. Then we're going to go a little darker. That may be too dark. Because we're going to blend this darkness part in here just a little bit. Alright, now way back on this first layer we had on this thing, I don't know if my chat locked up or what there. Let me double check. Okay, now we're good. Let me blend this out just a little bit more. Okay, so way back down here on this layer where we merged everything, I'm going to put in a little bit of color on these corners before we do the magic. And I want it to be kind of an aquamarine. And I'm using this big airbrush to do this. And we're just kind of fading this in. Right on the corners. And this will be underneath all this new stuff that we created. And it's going to shine right through the parts of it that aren't completely opaque. And then we will grab some yellow, maybe some burnt orange, burnt yellow. And I want to turn that flow down a little bit, and we will bring in a little bit of this right around this edge. Now, if you're doing this, you just remember that it's your world. You do whatever you want to with it. Thank you. Thank you. And now I'm going to show you one more trick. So we got this layer here, and here's another layer trick, Lisa. And so heads up on this one. We're going to create a new layer. Now the layer that we created is above this layer, but I actually am going to drag it down the list so that it's below this layer. So I can actually create a new layer and put it behind the stuff that I've already done, so that we can play with this a little bit. And what I want to play with is some dark blue, pretty dark. And I still got that airbrush on. And we're going to turn it down pretty low because we're going to build this up slowly. Remember that circle tool I had? We're going to turn that back on, and I'm going to take it right to the edge of this deal. And now remember, we're on the layer behind this island. So we're going to start building this little shadow up right here. And we're going to go a little bit wider and a little bit bigger. And we're just kind of building this up. And then we are going to blend it in right on the inner edge of it. And I don't need my brush that big. We want it maybe about that much. And we're just going to kind of blend that out a little bit to give it the look we want. I'm going to turn all this business off, put our pucks off to the side. And we're going to come back up here. You know what? We're going to use the glow brush for this. And I hope you kind of dig this part of it. Way back up here at the top layer, we're going to add a new layer that is above all of these other layers. And I am going to put a little bit of a shine right up in here. And the effect I'm trying to create is like maybe you're looking in some kind of a snow globe or something like that. And this should really look pretty nice with the magic, if you know what I mean. Good night, Sabu. Thank you very much for coming by, ma'am. My Filipino sister. You guys are awesome. Do need a little bit of glow. It's got to be kind of subtle with this stuff. Let me give it one more last look over. Right here at the edge of my spillover point. I want to blend that out just a little better right here in this one little corner. And smooth that out. We might need some highlight right there. We might. Let's do that. New layer. So we started with, I think, was it 10 or 11 layers? I've already got 7 on this. So we are 18 layers into this thing already. That is how important layers are. So a little bit of highlight. We're just using that dry brush to kind of drag that out and then drag it straight down. like so. All right. We are 52 minutes in. And if you guys are ready, let's do this.
It's magic time. Oh, yeah.
So we're going to save this. Thank you, Justin. Thank you very much. We're getting to the magic time. And then I'm going to reopen it in my other program, which is Photor, which is nothing more than a photo manipulation software, just like you would use on Instagram or Facebook or whatever. And we are going to start playing with some filters on this. And what these filters are going to allow me to do is get all this put together and smoothed out in a way that I want. And so first we're going to pick out a basic filter, and then we're going to adjust it out from there. I'm kind of digging that one. That one may be a little much. Let's go with it. Now, yeah, I'm liking this one because we can work from here. And turn my sharpness up so all that detail still in there. I'm going to turn the contrast up just a hair. And when I turn the colors up, the darkness down, it should start popping out a little bit better for us here. The temperature, we may cool that off a little bit, like so. I do want a little bit of vignette on the edges, not a whole lot. Something like that, maybe. I don't know how much color I want on this thing. We're getting there. We're getting there pretty quick on this one. And I do see one thing I want to do after I save this. It's day 27th. What is up, Andy? How you doing, man? Oh, rock on, man. Appreciate it. So, we got to open our new one. This is pre-magic. And you can see all the other weird crap I've been working on here. And this is post-magic. I have to move this stuff out of the way. So our little dry brush right here, I want to make some of this look a little better down here. Now again, you got to remember, this is all just one layer now that I've saved this as a JPEG and brought it back. So this may take some trial and error, and I feel like we can really make this look better right here. I want that to look a little bit more like maybe this is spilling off into another ocean. There. I'll be heading down Honeysuckle Road today, rocking the Def Leppard. Thinking about my 21090 brothers and all my other friends that are going to be hanging out tonight. Tuesdays are good days for me. Now down here at the bottom, nothing left to do but turn my line tool off and sign this thing. And there we have it. Oh yeah. Yeah, Rebel Yell is definitely available here, so I will be able to get that. Top 10 Halloween candies tonight. Hey, Moose Gal, thank you very much. Top 10 Halloween candies. How are you ever going to top Reese's? I mean, Reese's would have to be it, right? That would have to be the one, would it not? What would be better? That's it. You know, when you open up your Halloween bag and you look down in there, anything that in that big orange Reese's package, you knew that was your golden ticket right there. But, all right, my friends, I hope you enjoyed this one. I wanted to do something a little bit different. Todd is a candy junkie. I can see that. It's going to be a chili head before you know it. Reese's for the win. Well, I hope you guys all have a great and wonderful day. And if you happen to be out there tonight on the YouTubes and you want to have a good time, go hang out at 21090 Brewing tonight. They will be doing another top 10 list. It's always a good time. That's my hangout on Tuesdays, and then we'll do an after show probably on Monica Tiamone Art's show. But if we'll just see, we'll see. She always puts on a good, awesome after show. It's always fun. You guys have a great day. You stay safe. Let me get all my stuff out of the way here so I can see all my things. And let's have a little inspiration from Bob before we end this thing.
Anything that you try and you don't succeed, if you learn from it, it's not a failure. Let's get crazy. What the heck? Take a 2-inch brush. This is your bravery test.
You ready for a bravery test, OG Bot?
You know what, OG-san. Let's do it.
All right, let's get going, guys. Guys, remember, be brave. Just try this stuff. You never fail. The only time you fail is if you don't try it. Hey, Annie N, how are you doing? The luckiest person I've ever seen on a wheel. You guys take care. OG Bot, take them home. OG Bot, time to go home. Shut it down.
Alright, OG-san. Systems are shutting down. Thank you all so much for hanging out with OG-san and me, OG Bot. It means a lot. We will be back with another live stream. Please come back and join us. If you enjoyed this content, please give it a thumbs up. Also, subscribing to the channel seems like a good option. Once again, thank you guys. And we appreciate you hanging out in OG-san's world. Yeah.
Hey, and one more time, if anybody's interested in these kind of overlays, I'm probably going to do a video to show you how I made this, because I made it. I just hand painted all this stuff and put it on here. I'll have a video up sometime this week showing you how to do it, and I'll probably practice on a couple folks that I've talked to about it already. But if you're interested in one of these kind of overlays, let me know. Love y'all. Take care. I'll see you around, and thank you so much for coming by. Later.